Balliamo fino alla fortuna, il sole ritorna, la notte è giovane e noi siamo anche, possiamo per sempre restare.
Hey yo, Quantic, run them bands up.
Saliamo sotto la luna.
Quantic, run them bands up.
What is up? What is up? Shout out to everybody in the building, all the early birds out there. Carmen, what's up? See you in there. My man Laundry over there in the Rumble chat. Shout out to everybody over on Rumble. Your boy is in it, man. Your boy he stepped in it. He caught his little thingy in a thirst trap, man. Shannon got himself caught in a thirst trap. You know, right about now is the time for like manosphere red pill guys to be taking a lap. Shannon, you got to be more careful, man. You got to be more careful. You know, the brothers over here in the congregation been warning all of the men far and wide about the evils, the traps, and the pitfalls of dealing with modern women. And not only are you dealing with, quote, modern women, dealing with OnlyFans women. He was paying to play. He got played for paying. Damn shame. It's a damn shame what's going on out here. And on the one hand, I don't necessarily feel bad for Shannon Sharpe in that regard. There's a hypocrisy in general to the situation I kind of don't like. But you know, Shannon, you should know better by now. You really should know better by now. And honestly, I think as men, we just got to have an embargo on certain things now until the environment settles. You can't be leaving no evidence of the things you might be into. Don't let this little white girl turn up with no bruises. All right, that's all I'm saying. If this white girl turn up with some kind of bruising, it goes from bad to worse, man. She wanted that big black baby, and he didn't give it to her. Which, I mean, to be fair, she was on the OnlyFans come up, so like, how could you give her a baby, right? And Shannon ain't in the business of giving none of these chicks babies, as far as I know. Shay, poor Shay. Got yourself caught in a thirst trap. Oh, then she said, Shannon likes poop on his pee-pee. I mean, according to the documents, according to the allegations, he is accused of cleaning a drainage pipe. Unwelcome. You know, you need a permit for that kind of stuff. You can't just go around messing in, you know, drainage pipes. That's why we have a whole municipal system and all that. So not only was he uninvited, he was unprotected. You know what I mean? The allegations behind this whole thing, a lot of allegations, man. A lot of things being said about your boy here. And I'm not one to kink shame, because you know some chicks are into that. It is what it is. But now it's all out in the public, and we get to talk about Shannon taking long walks down the white chocolate hallway. Hey, man, if you like it, I like it. Go for it. Do your thing. And now we get to talk about it. American Man says she spent the permit. Hey, man, you got to make sure your paperwork is in order. That's all I'm trying to tell you, man. Paperwork is everything nowadays. Can't be getting caught up out here like that, man. There's people out here just waiting to watch a black man fall. That's the other side of it, too. And I don't blame him for this, only in the sense that If I'm in a fight for my life, I'm shooting every bullet I can think of. But if you listen to Shannon, we're gonna play Shannon's little I don't know if you call it an apology video. It's not quite an apology. It's more like an announcement video. It's like, hey, this broad trying to set me up type video. But he basically plays the race card. He was like, Tony Busby, he stayed trying to take the black man down. I don't know how true or untrue that is. I know Tony Busby was like behind that recent Jay-Z thing, and that kind of got hushed up and swept away. What do we know about any of these things, right? Who knows? So this is why I'm not, maybe it's true, maybe it's not true, right? You are a big black man, though. You are a big African Negroid. So maybe they just target you for that. I don't know. Some people are like that. Maybe Tony's one of those guys. He's like, this Negroid got too many monies. The white women is on him too much. We got to take him down the peg. Who knows, right? Who knows? But Shannon, he played the race card. They're trying to take a black man down. There's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on. Shannon. And then I just checked on the channel today. Shay, he got some content airing right now. Which, you got to keep working, man. Just keep working. The only way out of this is straight ahead. You got to just keep pushing forward. Because to be truthful, why would I believe the 19-year-old OnlyFans stop? As far as I know, she needed her drainage pipe gouted. She needed a little roto-rootering or whatever. Sometimes you get like leaves clogged in your gutters. And so maybe she had all her permits and everything and she called Shannon. I'm not willing to just believe all women. And I'm glad we're in the post believe all women phase. I think the believe all women era in American culture is firmly behind us now. And that's a good thing. That is a good thing. Because not enough women are believable to be believing all women. I don't know how the math ever got out of the house on that one. We no longer believe all women. Tell you the truth, we really don't even believe half women. And that's damn progress right there. That is progress. We don't even believe half women anymore. That kind of progress can only be attributed to the manosphere, to the red pill bros, to the content creators out there. Believe all women is done. Dick Thug, shout out to Dick Thug with the $5 super chat. He says, if a woman is willing to sell her body, of course she will sell you out. Are people expecting her to do the moral thing and not lie? We pay her to lie. Her lies were worth good money until she sold out Shannon. She had a good business. We would buy your body and your lies. Tell me how much you love it. Tell me how much you love it. We will pay you for your body and your lies, but she's messing up a good deal. Times are hard for honest women. Times are hard for working girls. And you only got yourselves to blame. Regular women ruin the dating game. Working girls messing up the business deals. Where is a regular customer to go? Where is an honest man supposed to find love nowadays? Oh, you women are just ruining things left and right, I tell you. And you should see some of these messages she was putting out there, man. Like $25K a cheek. $25K a cheek, Shannon. You were getting robbed, bro. I mean, maybe you had a thing for, young, fresh out of the cage, white women, but $20K a cheek is outrageous. You were getting robbed. 25, actually, I think it said. You were getting robbed. Those are like Las Vegas numbers, bro. What 25K? She doesn't look like it. She belongs in the 25K club. I'm not really even trying to admit that there's any woman in the 25K club. I just understand that, when you're dealing with a certain level of clientele, you can just charge premiums, and premiums are irrelevant to logic, right? You can just make a premium, but you definitely don't belong in a 25K a cheat club. And there's another thing. Shannon is getting roasted by the internet, basically, because you're getting taken down by a mid, bro. How you getting taken down by a mid? We expect better from you, Shannon. We expected better from you. Maybe that's our fault. Maybe that's on us as the listening public. We had no right to expect better from you, Shannon. The price was supposed to guarantee silence, huh? That's how you know this is all a drawn out public negotiating tactic. That's all we really got going on here is a negotiating tactic. She released a couple of audio clips. I got some of the audios. Shannon Sharpe released some audio of his own too, but it's a little bit adult content. I can't play that audio. Shannon was like, "Listen, I don't know what you talking about, but I got you getting gutted out." Well, that's what it sounded like when I talk crazy to you. This is what it sounded like when I was gutting you out. How about that audio? Shannon is playing hardball right now. I respect it though. A lot of times guys get caught in this situation and they just try to hush and make the situation go away. Shannon is playing hardball, and I kind of like that. I want to see how it goes. Are you going to drag this all the way out, or are you just going to hush it up eventually? Dolomite with the $2 said, his concubine selection can be better with his money. Big facts, man. That's what everybody expects, right? But I'm gonna tell you something. Experience has told me that when it comes to the actual activity itself, the quote unquote bad bee, the beautiful woman. You know that kind of woman that's like so beautiful, you almost want to shed one tear, like Crybaby, like Johnny Depp and Crybaby. You know the kind of woman that's so beautiful is just like you can't imagine you even got a chance to roll around with her. Those women aren't always the best in bed, honestly. Yeah, starfish, bro. I'm trying to tell you, starfish. And what Shannon, this is how Shannon got trapped. This is how Shannon got himself caught out there. There is nothing like the power of an enthusiastic mid. Boy, I tell you, I have been taken to heaven and hell and back in the same bed by an enthusiastic mid. You know how they be like all around the world? Yeah. It's nothing like an enthusiastic mid. And I think that's what he got. Carmen, like, I take offense to this. I don't know why you take offense. It's nothing. It ain't even like I said anything particularly bad about any woman in particular. It is just the thing guys notice over the years. The beautiful ones, like the really painfully beautiful ones. I hope you like humping a pretty face, bro, because that's the best you might get out of it. That starfish is real, bro. The starfish is real. You know how they talk about like beautiful women being allowed to like coast on their beauty through just life in general? That kind of applies to the bedroom. And so it's not always that you get a woman who is just like a 9 and a 10 and she's a track star. You know what I mean? It doesn't always work that way. But A mid? Oh, goodness gracious. And I think there's a simple logic to it. You know, women are attracted to, upward. You know how they say men sleep across and down, women sleep across and up. So when you got like a woman who's like incredibly beautiful, she doesn't necessarily have that internal motivation to just like, you know what I mean? Whereas like the mid, look. What was that one song? Coochie Don't Fail Me Now. Gotta turn this brother out. That's how it is with a mid. You combine that with a professional, oh God. Now she knows tricks, right? Now she has a whole repertoire of things she can be doing. Look how I'm talking right now. This is why Shannon is on the hook for like 50 mil. Look how I'm talking right now. This is how you get caught up. I know, bro. I know, Shannon. We all been there. You should just know better, though. You should just know better, bro. That's all it is. You're too old. It's not even like you're a young 20-something-year-old, fresh in the league rookie. You should have been out here a long time. You should know the ropes by now. You got caught up out here with one of these new girls. You got wrapped up in this new game. This new game ain't like the old game, Shannon. You thought all you had to do was just, let me tuck the condom away, make sure she don't sneak in the condom out the garbage or nothing like that, That's the old game. The new game, he touched me. That's all she gotta do. You just gotta say something. She just gotta say things. That's it. Then she get on the internet with recordings and made up suggestive commentary and stuff. This is the new game. But you know what? You gotta, all things being said, right? All things being even. And we're going to give Shannon a hard time because Shannon should know better. Shannon definitely should be doing better. And I think it is, it's an odd but fair criticism. Like, if you're going to get caught out there, you got to get caught out there by a better broad, bro. Come on. You really got to get caught out there by a better broad. We expect a lot more from our athletes, our celebrities and whatnot. You guys to do better than this, man. That's all we really want for you, Shannon. That is all the people really want for you, Shannon. You got to do better. And you got to be more careful, man. These young girls can't be trusted. These hoes ain't loyal. I thought you knew this, my brother. But everybody coming at Shannon neck right now, man. Hit that like button from me, y'all.
Being slandered or his name not being held in the highest honor, Tony Busby, doesn't really matter. And not in the court system because, one, most cases don't even go to trial. They get settled, right? And there's two ways to settle it. One, that nobody knows that you settled it, but you did. Or two, we all know you settled it because there was a case, and what happened to that case? It just went away. So let's talk about that. In this situation, Shannon Sharpe, either A, was given a demand letter between January and when this case was actually filed, so mid-April. There's a demand letter. Hey, Shannon Sharpe, $50 million or I'm going to tell the world and file this case. And Shannon Sharpe, either A, received that letter, said, tell the world. Or B, he never received that letter because they wanted to go to the world first. But the point of this is a lot of misinformation saying, oh, Shannon Sharpe was up for a $100 million podcast deal once this deal is over at the volume, and now you're going to file this. Well, this was in the works privately weeks ago. I would say months ago. But this did not just happen overnight because of a podcast deal. So get that out of there in the comments and as headlines. No, they either approached Shannon Sharpe between January was the last incident, so she could have came to a lawyer then, or it happened weeks after, days after, but it didn't happen a couple of days ago. So let's get that out of there. Now, from there, this is a civil case, not a criminal case. You're like me. I'm like, why? If something really happened to you, why is this not a criminal case, right? Why would you take money over justice? Well, in these situations, it's easier to prove in a civil case than it is in a criminal case, right? If you've ever followed any of those allegations and essays through a criminal case, it's very difficult because it becomes a he say, she say story. The same thing is here in a civil case, except to burden of proof to actually get that out, to get the conviction, if it even goes to trial, is a lot easier. So most of these things are actually settled. Most of these things are mediated through a court mediator. Now, this dog whistle that is going out to all these other Jane Does is really what this is about. That's where the legs are. So if you're Shannon Sharpe, here's some things that have to concern you. One, you have something on record in 2010, the case, essay case, the threats, a restraining order against Shannon Sharpe from a young lady when he was working at CBS. Just put that in the back of your head, because that could be used to change the winds of how we look at this situation in the court of public opinion. And remember, when you're talking about a civil case with someone who's high profile, and we're going to be a part of this conversation louder than you think, because they're trying to use as leverage Shannon Sharpe's reputation and the hit that he's already taken and the one he will continue to take the longer this plays out. But Shannon Sharpe is interesting. He had a different defense than the typical. He had a defense that is closer to what my defense was. He had a defense closer to what Jay-Z's defense was. He even went more gangster than probably both of us. He told us her name. He said, she not hiding behind Jane Doe. We're going to call her Gabriella Zuniga. That's her real name. Now, that's gangster. Now, under the advice of your lawyer, you putting it out there, and everyone's like, why are you doing that? That's foolish. You know, that's against the law, or whatever it may be. Let me tell you why he did it. Because privately, she's trying to hope that she can shame him into a place where he would settle that $50 million. You don't want all this out, Shannon Sharpe. You don't want everybody to know all your dirty little secrets. You're a public figure. You're making all this money. Let this just go away. Why don't you just pay for this to go away? You don't want everybody to know how crazy you are, how psycho you are, how nasty you are, etc. Whatever it may be. She's just going to keep going or making it up. And Shannon, from the gate, has let her know, and her defense team, Tony Busby, hey, I don't care. I will put these tweets out, these texts out. He already has put out some information about her. You could go to his Twitter and see it, where he's saying, look, this is how she came at me, which means, oh, you can tell the world how I came at you, because I ain't got nothing to hide, because I'm showing what you did. And that's going to be an interesting tug of war, because now, how are you going to play it and shame somebody who ain't ashamed? That's going to be interesting. He broke the fourth wall, and the fourth wall is us. It's the crowd. It's his fan base. It's
Hey, General, you keep saying he got set up by a minor, but as far as I know, 19 is crossed the threshold, firmly across the threshold. It's a young age, and we're going to talk about the age thing in a minute, but there's no crime, because that's an obvious crime right there. He'd be talking to detectives and all that, but there's no crime in that sense. It's morally distasteful perhaps, but that's a conversation for
all
later.
that comes with his celebrity that they wanted to use against him. He's now trying to use for him, and that's going to be interesting. The plaintiff's greatest ammo just got returned fire when he did that. Now I'm going to do a deeper detailed hydration situation video on this, just because I want to see the actual lawsuit in front of me while I talk to you guys like we do it on the show, right? Use their words against them. But in summation, this situation, you can't get into the details. Oh, that doesn't sound. It doesn't sound on the surface. It doesn't sound plausible. The multiple essays, that means it happened, and then you never went to the authorities, and then you go back to the same situation, it happens again. That doesn't make you most credible witness. So Jane Doe or Gabriella Zuniga, you got a lot of explaining to do. But here's the summation. She's not going to have to explain much.
No, in reality, the way these things tend to work is I'm going to give you some money and you're going to shut up and never talk to anybody about me. And then like in a year from now, maybe you can do a podcast.
This situation, because it's tied to just Shannon Sharpe, all of this will land on Shannon Sharpe alone. Like I said in the beginning, nobody else. Shannon Sharpe's going to have to come to a place where how much good money do you throw after a bad situation? And that's why most of these cases settle. You saw the Fox case come out in January, and whatever happened privately, did they send a demand letter before? Did they try to settle that before the world knew? The world found out, and now they're trying to settle it. So following this one, it could be the same situation. Shannon's fighting. She's obviously put it out there. And then you can hear all of a sudden they potentially are selling. Because if you go to court, not only are you risking that you still have to pay, but there's no risk in terms of what we're going to find out. It is known. It ain't a risk. It is guaranteed through depositions, subpoenas, etc. We're going to find out way too much information. And that's not what Shannon Sharpe wants ultimately. And frankly, I don't think this plaintiff wants that either, because they're both going to come out looking bad. But in the pursuit of her winning her case and getting her a big paycheck, she may go through that. She'll go through it. Shannon got a lot more money in front of him. Does he want to spend some of that towards this? Or does he want to spend some of this towards this and have his reputation sullied? He's already been stained in the court of public opinion. We're never going to look at him the same as no one looks at Jay-Z exactly the same. You don't believe me? Go through the comments. There's always a few people like, there's smoke, there's fire. I knew it. Even though overwhelmingly, most people look at the Jay-Z case like, come on, y'all. They look at Shannon's case like, come on, y'all. They look at my case like, come on, y'all. But I'm going to tell y'all where y'all going. In this situation, you're going to go through a lot of hell to get to where you want to go. So beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. I think Shannon will settle this case. What a dollar amount? Don't ask me, dog. There's been cases that walk in 50 million, they walk out, you only get 50,000. It could get to that situation, but
she did say 25K a cheek. 50,000 would be both cheeks. I think that's fair. I think that sounds like, you know, within his budget, you know, because fair is a relative term. It's not fair to me. It would never, there's no way in hell I'd be 50K a cheek. I put 20K on your head. But for him, it's fair. It sounds like a fair deal for him. Now we got you know, Shannon with the clapback. His lawyer put out text messages, at least the text messages from her to Shannon, from Gabrielle Zuniga to Shannon Sharpe. Very graphic, very explicit here, painting a picture of a female who was sexually aggressive, right? Which is key to this whole argument. Only if you put that baby gravy in me, then I can do whatever I want to me. I think then you can do whatever I want to me is what she meant to say, but we get the picture here. She wants the baby gravy. Didn't have any idea gravy came in that flavor, but whatever, you know, a girl wants what a girl wants. I want to put my tongue in your blank and then marry you. I had no idea that was like a wedding ritual. I want to put my tongue in your blank and then marry you. Where do you put your tongue that automatically leads to marriage? suddenly I feel like I'm not grown enough to have this conversation. There are things about sex that I just don't know yet. She says, that's my daddy blank. I want you to put a big black baby in me. Wow. Text from Gabrielle Zuniga to Shannon Sharpe, January 12, 2024. That's my daddy blank. I want you to put a big black baby in me. It sounds like she was asking him for a favor. She needed a solid. That's all it was. You know, friend to friend, right? She needed him to hook her up. I mean, where else was she going to get a big black baby from? You feel me? And so she just knows this big black guy. Maybe he can help. Harambe with the 199 super chat. Even if he paid the 50K, she still would have sued. You are most likely correct. Because it's not the money, it's the mind, right? Some hoes are honest. Some are not. It's ruthless out there, man. It's cutthroat in these streets, man. Text from Gabrielle Zuniga, August 6, 2024. You better crave it because you're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me. Again, with the big black baby. This almost feels like a black baby race kink thing. I don't even really know if she's all that into motherhood now. Now that I think about it, I'm not even sure she's really into motherhood. You guys think she'd make a good mom? Let me know in the chat. You guys think she'd make a good mom? Is she doing this for the motherhood? You say a true Kim Kardashian? Huh? Funny. These messages are just a sampling of a broader pattern of graphic sexual communications initiated by Miss Zuniga. The evidence paints a clear picture. This was a consensual adult relationship that included role-playing, sexual language, and fantasy scenarios explicitly requested by Miss Zuniga. The edited tape that Miss Zuniga secretly taped and showed to Mr. Sharpe during her blackmail attempt tries to falsely portray, as a result of this editing and out of context from prior messages, that the sexual activity was not consensual. But Mr. Sharpe now believes her secret taping was all part of her planned setup as part of her blackmail scheme, as distorted by her edited tape, a copy of which she refused to make available to Mr. Sharpe or his counsel. Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all allegations of coercion or misconduct, especially the gross lie of rape. Yeah. So his lawyer pretty much says, of course, what a good lawyer would say, you know, shorty crazy. She wildin'. She wildin'. And to be fair, like I said, you know, at this point, I'm just, you know, we might as well believe all men if we're not going to believe all women, right? And that sounds crazy either way, right? I just don't know who to believe, and therefore the burden of proof is on the accuser. And you don't have proof. You look crazy. You look like an OnlyFans stock trying to get your last couple of monies up before your midlife comes to a crisis. Seen it time and time again. You thought you landed a whale. You thought you hit the jackpot when Shannon slid up into your DMs, right? I wonder how Shannon Sharpe slid into her DMs too. Probably sent her a picture. He just probably sent her an emoji of a big black baby. That's exactly how he slid in her DM. He sent her an emoji of a big black baby.
Shannon has had a long, sordid history with women, like a lot of athletes, like a lot of men who exercise no sexual discipline. But if you go back to his career at CBS Sports, where that ended because of allegations from women, there's a pattern here. And so today, when Shannon Sharpe was, by all news reports, back on First Take today, one day after someone files a $50 million lawsuit accusing you of rape, one day after you release text messages, highly sexual text messages from the alleged victim, ESPN, all systems go. And the reason why I'm critical of ESPN or just like raise a side eye is that's like, okay, maybe this woman is lying, but anybody with a brain knows that Shannon Sharpe has had a long, sordid history with women.
That might be true, but I'm still not willing to believe her. Both things can be true at the same time. He can be Black Quagmire, and she can still be a little midlife freak. And like I said, the midlife freaks are the best, but both things can be true. It might not be all him.
Women making allegations about him and lawsuits being settled. This is an open secret. And so, yes, he has proven that this 19, 20, 21-year-old woman clearly wanted to have sex with him, but I'm not sure if he's out of the woodworks just yet. I'm not sure if he's out of danger just yet, because this is Tony Busby's strategy. Create controversy around some male athlete with no sexual discipline and see what crawls out of the woodwork.
Like I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what? What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
If I didn't know better, I would think she didn't want to be choked. Lucky for me, I know better, and I don't be believing these hoes.
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public.
Shannon be putting that work in. Shannon really be putting in that work. He said, I might do it in public. He really serious about this S&M life, right? He is a dom for real. No days off. I might do it in public.
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
He's definitely enjoying this little wordplay they got going on here. And look at this big nigga. Look at this big nigga too. Look. He looked like one of those educated, nerdy type niggas, but he a big black nigga though. Oh man, this is a whole crazy look right now. This is a whole crazy look right now. Damn, Shannon.
And getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public.
Really? Oh man. No. This is wild. This is too much. This is too much. No, Shannon.
Well,
Why?
I don't know
Why,
why you want to
Shannon?
go out.
Don't worry about it, Daddy.
You know what this really remind me of? Shannon got like a pimp fetish. Like this is all under the umbrella of like BDSM kink or whatever. But Shannon, he's like got this weird pimp fetish. He wants to like pimp out an innocent young white girl. And so they're role playing him being a big black gorilla pimp. And she's like the young white strawberry. And he's trying to turn. Oh my god, this is so dark. This is so dark. There are things about people you just are supposed to know.
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Daddy.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
See that part right there. That part right there. That's how you know he's like psychologically and sexually into it. Like, yeah. Look at me, big black guy. Keep my glasses on while I choke you too. Make sure I wear a nice suit jacket when I choke you out in public.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did with the shit you did to me.
Okay, well,
Just a friendly reminder, anything you say about choking your girl out can and will be used against you in a court of law. I'm not like a lawyer or nothing, but you just take that as law. Anything you say about choking your woman out can and will be used against you in a court of law. It's best to keep all your choking nonverbal.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation.
I feel like Shannon is humble bragging right now. He like, nah, nigga, don't give me that 30-second shit. Let him hear the whole 10-minute thrashing. All right, I was a big bad nigga for 10 whole minutes. Let him hear the whole 10 minutes, right? I feel like he low-key humble bragging right now. Shannon Sharpe is a wild boy, I'm trying to tell you.
Now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
Look, Freeman's Journal know exactly what I'm talking about. He like, nah, play the whole tape. Play the part where she wanted the big black baby. Don't just play the part while I was fake choke slamming her around. That was the mattress she fell onto. Nah, play the whole tape. But then, you know, this is the other side of it that kind of is irking me right now, because we got the hypocrisy side of it. And forgive me, I had to snatch this video real quick, but you know, it is what it is.
But that's not against the law because she was of age. So even though she was 19, that's not against the law.
This is a very, very messy situation. I don't know what's true and what's not true, but I have no idea why a 54-year-old man is dating a 19, 20-year-old.
Why is everybody focusing in on the age gap? What is the age gap thing really about? Like, who cares that much?
I know y'all like to be out here bragging about smashing these young things, but that's not a flex to me. You 54 years old, you should be laid up with your wife and kids, taking your cholesterol medicine, minding your damn business. We need discipline and stability. That's and I ain't talking about just Shannon. I'm just talking about all of us in general. Men need discipline and stability.
Oh, now it's men need discipline and stability. You know what I realized? And this is the weird part of modern life. Almost universally, right? Everyone on TV will be fully comfortable in saying one-sided things like men need to marry, men need wives. People don't say women need husbands, right? But people will tell you men need wives. Women don't really need husbands. Women can have a husband if they want. They can be a CEO. She can be a Power Ranger. She can be a battle warrior. She can do whatever she wants to do. But men need wives. I find that odd, very odd.
Young things, but that's not a flex to me. You 54 years old, you should be laid up with your wife and kids, taking your cholesterol medicine, minding your damn business. We need discipline and stability. That's and I ain't talking about just Shannon. I'm just talking about all of us in general. Men need discipline and stability. Find you one woman and settle your ass down, okay?
I agree with you, but it's not against the law. He can as long as the person's over a certain age, it is not against the law. So legalities, that's not against the law.
I'm with you.
It don't feel right, but for himself, it's not against the law.
I'm with you. I'm just saying a 54-year-old man is supposed to be laid up with.
Says who? What you mean it don't feel right? Why are you having feelings, bro? Why are you having feelings? Because Shannon Sharpe was born a 19-year-old OnlyFans model. I think the problem starts there. We need to get to the bottom of why you're having feelings at all about this. I have no feelings about him boning a 19-year-old OnlyFans model. If I was gonna have feelings about anything, it's because she's trying to set him up. That's what I would have feelings about. But I really don't have feelings about this.
With his wife and kids somewhere, hell, maybe even have a couple of grandkids. I don't want to be chasing no young girl.
Because what are the conversations like? What are the conversations? If I'm 54 and you 20,
That's what I thought about. Like, what do y'all even talk about?
I don't agree with
signs of a stroke.
But all I'm gonna
But
say
it's
is
not
when you
illegal.
see all these white people do it, Leo DiCaprio, Seinfeld, Hugh Hefner, Joaquin Phoenix, John Mayer, when they date younger.
Oh no, this nigga didn't. Oh no, this nigga didn't. Oh, so the white man, he could date young women and get away with it. Ain't gonna be no problem. You's a white man, you can be 75 and date you a 19-year-old. You can date you two 25-year-olds and tell everybody your girlfriend is 50. But if you was a white man, though. Only if you was a white man, you can date two 25-year-olds and then tell everybody your girlfriend is 50. But if you was a nigga, if you was a black man, you can't do that, right? Is that what you about to tell me? That's what he about to tell me. I feel like he about to tell me that shit. Flag on the play, right? That's crazy. Dick Dog with the $5 super chat. So for the liberal man, the age gap is a problem, but rainbow culture is okay. Oh my God. I wasn't even going to bring that up today, but damn it, that's a point. That's a point. That's a bar. They dick police everything except men actually sleeping with men. How come the dick policing stops at gay culture? Go dick police them niggas. Those niggas are criminals, right? Those niggas are criminals. Why are you dick policing the average regular guy who's just banging cute 19-year-old OnlyFans girls, right? That's what any regular guy would do. Dumb niggas, though, that's the real crime. They never dick police the LGBT niggas. That's crazy. Shout out to Dick Thug for pointing that out. They never dick police the actual criminals of the community. They only dick police the niggas that do it the right way. What the hell is going on here?
Nigga, please.
Serious.
Girls. Nobody says anything. I'm not saying it's right, but it's not against the law.
But I
That's
saw
all.
Shannon with Andrew Schultz, and he was just talking about all of the ways he avoids situations like this. I don't know if y'all saw that part of the conversation. He don't even want to be on the elevator with a woman and stuff like that. It's the same thing with this. You know, a lack of discipline and stability can increase the chances of a situation like this happening. You 54 years old, a 19-year-old, 20-year-old.
No, you're right.
It's like, come on. If you're going to be that disciplined with everything else, you got to be disciplined all across the board.
But
yeah, look, man. We didn't latched on to something, didn't we? We just discovered a thing, right? Like, how come the L. Gibbets can have half-naked children's story hour dancing with my tallywhacker parades in front of kids, but a grown man can't have a consensual relationship with a 19-year-old woman? Why? How? What math are you niggas operating on?
You know what's gonna happen now? You're gonna see more than one accuser start popping out now.
Well, I hope not.
But that's
not hope that.
That's what usually happens.
Yeah.
One accuser is suing for $100 million. There's gonna be another girl that's gonna be like, well, it happened to me too. I need 20. Then another one's gonna come. I need 10. That's what you're gonna see. I hope not too.
I would hope not.
I hope he didn't do this, but you know that's what you more
That's
likely
what
to
we've
see.
seen in the past.
And y'all, why wouldn't you wait till he signed his podcast deal?
Because we don't know nothing about no.
She might not have known it out last week. They just put the announcement out last week.
Did you see these text messages? In this statement, these alleged text messages, this woman said she wants a big black baby put in her. She ain't waiting on nothing.
I don't know.
You want a big black baby?
She said it twice. They included these text messages that show the nature of their consensual sexual relationship.
So she's not black either.
Nope, she white.
So once again, Dr. Umar when you need him. Y'all gonna learn.
I'ma just say,
I am totally against it.
Oh my!
Umar is literally fighting his way out of a baby trap right now. Umar can't talk. Umar got 2 kids with 2 different black women, and that nigga shooting zeros right now. That nigga is 0 for 2. Can't raise none of his babies. Umar need to hush up. Stay out of this, Umar. You got a family court case coming up.
You gotta be
even in sinners. Y'all ain't that's what you know what
they were role playing and everything according to the statement, but he says it was all consensual. So this video, I don't know, it could look kind of crazy, but you know,
young girls, not black. Once again, we need discipline and stability because when you don't have no discipline and stability, it increases the chances of situations like this happening.
Is the woman white? Do we know if the woman is white or she's Latino or what? We don't
I
know
haven't
that.
confirmed that, but I can.
And that's really why people hating on Shannon Sharpe, because she a white girl. She young and she white. And now, you know what? Let's revisit the age gap conversation for a minute. Because we were here the other day talking about Tracy Ellis Ross and how she be going after the young hot boys.
I mean, we've talked about this that often I date younger men. And a lot of it is because
Let's stop on that, folks.
Oh my God, we had a
Several
great dinner.
snaps
We
on that
we
one.
had a great dinner, by the way, where across the table, your husband goes, "But why?" And I said, "Well, maybe because I can."
Yes, preach. This
No.
is what I'm saying. Tales from Tracy's.
It's fun. It's very fun to share.
Tracy tale.
But
I'm sorry.
But the
I gotta say this. Michelle Obama being a podcaster might be one of the worst things for Barack Obama's image. Like, we've been low-key calling that man gay for like 12 years now. And Michelle Obama's podcast is doing more damage to his image than everybody calling him gay for the last dozen years. That's a lot.
one of the reasons, though, that because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, "What is this about?"
Yeah.
Because I want a partner, and so often, and it's not just that I'm older. I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous? There's that. But a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity.
There's that word again. And notice all the cheers and the celebration and the high five if it's a woman who was like, you know, dating a younger, innocent, physically attractive male. It's like, oh, you girl, you go, girl, you do your thing, you know, high five, snap, snap, snap.
And have been raised in a culture where there is a particular way that a relationship looks. And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I did enough of it where I was controlled and felt like I was a possession or whatever those things were, or prize, and I have no interest in it, and I will not do it again.
Why is it okay for Tracy Ellis Ross to date younger, but Shannon Sharpe can't be out here rolling around with OnlyFans models? Why is he wrong, but she's right? And it's not just her. Every time a guy points out he wants to talk to younger women, he gets.
I tried dating women my age. That's the hardest shit in the world.
Oh man,
they stuck in their fucking ways. They wonder why they can't keep them.
Now look, now you know they gonna get you for this. Now
I wouldn't give a damn. Them old hoes need to lower their standards and realize that unless you want to
trick, no.
Unless them hoes want a nigga unless they want a swap out, a nigga that's a swap out artist, unless them bitches want a yes man or a paymaster. Bitch, I'm the sugar daddy with no sugar. Yeah, sweet and low. I'm not doing whatever you don't do, you don't get paid for. Like, bitch, stop always complaining. Like, for real. Them hoes stuck in their way. I asked her, where you at? You ain't my dad. I'm not your bitch. I hope I'm not your daddy, bitch. I want to know where you at, bitch, in case you get in an accident, in case you get a flat tire. I'm not. See, women want to get treated like niggas. I can't. I don't like niggas. I'm gonna treat you like a nigga. I treat niggas any kind of way. You want to get treated equal, so you telling me you want to get treated like a nigga because you can never be a nigga. You can never be me. If a man,
you know, this equality thing is just ruining sexual dynamics at every economic level too. Even the guys who can, you know, win, quote unquote, in the environment aren't necessarily winning for the most part. They're just fucking. Fucking isn't necessarily
gonna be
winning.
a man, or you really a woman? Why you don't cook? Why you don't pay more attention to me like you pay attention to your eyelashes? A 50-year-old ain't got no baby hair. Why do you wait till you were 45 to get braces? It's shit like that. Like you, bitch, you wait till you 45 years old to get braces. And now you got your little daughter, 21, getting her body done. 23, and she 23 years old, and she got her titties done. You ain't even have a baby yet. That shit gonna drop. You got to get them done again. You understand what I'm saying? Like, pay, ain't no 40 years old. You're 45, you ain't got baby hairs.
So what age do you normally like? Is it like 25?
Nah. From 22 to 35.
So you cut it out. They can't be past 35.
35? No. That's right around the time they got.
So that's the wall for Trick Daddy. After 35, I can't do nothing with him.
Life fucked up right there. 35-year-old. A 35, this is about a 35 bitch with a wig on. Let's think about that. Bitches in my area, the only one wore wigs was bank robbers, drag queens, and motherfucking clowns who are prostitutes.
Bro. Yeah, I never watched this interview before. Trick Daddy was going ham. That's why they was mad at Trick.
Think about who wore a wig when you were young. Bank robbers.
You said a clown that's a
prostitutes. That's what clown hoes, we call them prostitutes.
Oh, okay. I was like, all right.
Yeah, like prostitutes, bank robbers, and drag queens. That's who wore wigs. So when you're a 40-year-old bitch, you putting on a lace wig. Just think about that. Cut your eyebrows off just to draw them back, and now they crooked. That's
y'all don't know what niggas be going through, man. Y'all don't know how it is out here in these streets. I'm trying to tell you, man, down bottom is rough. It's rough out here down. This is why y'all gonna think I'm crazy. Y'all gonna think I'm just talking shit, you know, because I be talking a lot of shit. But let me just say this, right? One of the reasons why violence and murder are so endemic in the Black community is because the women are just so ugly. There's just a lot. And listen, I'm not saying Black women are naturally ugly. No, absolutely not. I'm saying the women are just ugly. And an ugly environment doesn't produce the best behavior. You notice how people behave better in a beautiful environment? And even as men, you behave better with the better quality of women around you. Like if she's a beautiful woman, you're not necessarily just gonna go 0 to gorilla real quick. But if most of the women are like fat and mannish, you really don't give a shit if you punch anybody in the face, male, female. I don't care. I don't care. What am I ruining the scenery? That's why it's so violent, man. It just be hit. Y'all be fucking up the energy.
Bras off just to draw them back, and now they crooked. Then some of them get them tattooed in now. I don't want no bitch, no. I don't care nothing about no shaving, no pussy, nothing. You ain't got to shave none of that. Unless that pussy nappy, leave it alone. You could trim it. You could cut it down, one against the grain, mohawk, or landing strip, but you ain't got to shave that pussy. Don't be talking about, oh, no, hair on your pussy, that's nasty. No, that's when we knew in the 70s and the 80s, we knew she was grown or growing up, because now
Trick Daddy done transition into an old country nigga with whole knowledge. That's it. Trick Daddy, he got whole knowledge. You can't teach you how to get into college or nothing. He probably can't teach you nothing about fixing your car, but he got whole knowledge, though. Got years and years and years of whole wisdom.
Now she got grass on the playing field. That's when we knew. So now all of a sudden, everybody's doing what everybody else is doing. That's why they hoes cannot accuse men of cheating no more. How am I cheating? I'm fucking the same bitch who you want to be like.
Look at society. Where your son at right now? With a bitch, not growing up under your tutelage, because
I was muted. I don't know why. I thought I hit the unmute button, but no, this is Corey Holcomb going at Tracy Ellis Ross because she was going viral the other day about dating young men, and you know the hypocrisy of it all is crazy because I don't really hate on Shannon Sharpe because he was out there dating a 19-year-old OnlyFans model. It is what it is. That's what happens when you're an older dude and you got your paper up. You don't necessarily want to be rolling around with these 40-year-old women if you don't have to. It ain't like he out here looking for love and stability. He trying to get it in. Might be me one day. I can't be mad at him.
look at society. Where your son at right now? With a bitch. Not growing up under your tutelage. Because men who sleep with men are making laws that put bitches in power. Now bitches can go around and fuck young boys and brag on it and think ain't nothing wrong with them. But when Corey went on Cam Newton's show and said, I fuck young, broke, lost hoes, I was the worst motherfucker in the world. Huh, Tracy?
Right. It's cool when Tracy do it. When Tracy get to take advantage of the youth, when she get to mold the youngin', that's all good. But he can't mold the youngin'. He can't guide the youth. That's crazy.
Tracy Ellis Ross, we heard you, bitch. I mean, we finna go into it. We about to get your ass, Jaja Binks. We about to get your ass. Somebody said it, so now I can say it.
Yeah.
How you see the bitch get out the car? I'm like, oh, she where they come, brother. She's straight.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He didn't choose you. He didn't choose you. These were your prime years when you was passing the pussy out to boss niggas who got options to choose a woman who is virtuous. None of them chose you. So now, at 52, with your arrogant ass, you dating the puppies of the hood. Let me tell you something. These broads out here, especially the older ones, 45 and up, I'm gonna go that high, 45 and up, they good with dogs and elderly people, or they might mess with somebody who's young and impressionable, because that way they can be held up as they pretend themselves to be. But when you're around a man is gonna call you for who you are. Bitch, you ain't shit. I don't give a fuck if you're Tracy Ellis Ross. Tracy Ellis Ross can get it. And like Kevin Samuel said about her a long time ago, a nigga will walk down the street with that bitch.
She's 52. Somebody was saying 60.
It don't matter how old she is. She can get it, and a nigga might walk down the street with her.
She can get it, but she can't hold on to it. You can get it, but you can't keep it. That's the curse. That's a you problem now. That's you. There's something between the vagina and the mouth that's ruining the long-term deal.
Even though right there she looked tripped out to me.
She looked just like somebody I know.
That bitch look crazy right there.
Oh, wait.
That's that face. Oh my God. Like these women, she look, I'm trying not to say it. That's a drag queen type picture right there.
Man, that's yeah, that's not. I seen her.
She look like, you be like, what's your name? She'll be like, Julio.
Julio.
She look like she got her own language. She just like she just be.
That's a makeup picture right there.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, like I'm just keeping it real.
Nah, she is. one of them racially ambiguous people. She could be black, she could be Latin, she can be Arab, she can be like from South Asia somewhere. If she told you her dad was from Thailand, you would totally go with it. She is kind of like every woman right now.
Your best years are gone. Your best years are gone, man. You have to date the puppies in order to get the proper attention you need, because they need you. You got bread, you got things that will keep them interested in you, but this is what happens. After them young boys smash you and go around the block with you a couple of times, you start stalking them.
You know what's crazy? This is the other thing. Now that we're back on the Tracy Ellis Ross thing, this is what's crazy about that position in life. Older men, if they still want to pursue young women, it's an accepted thing. Like, all right, you need to have some money. You got to throw a little bit of cash at these little young girls. You got to be sharp with how you approach it. Yada, yada, yada. It is what it is, right? And you might just have to accept that she was never yours to begin with, but she's definitely not yours now, right now that you got this whole other situation, because, you know, wild age imbalance. It's not like there's a real future here. But men are easier with accepting the terms. For women, accepting the terms is emotionally difficult. And so now you might become bitter and resentful.
You and go around the block with you a couple of times, you start stalking them. You're going to feel like that young boy owe you something. You're not going to be, don't no young boy who got his life ahead of him. You can't have no baby at 52. What you doing with a young boy? You stealing from his future.
You talking about she's snatching his soul?
She's stealing from his future. What is he doing with her besides smashing? And she's going to be like, no, you're my boyfriend.
No.
We already know.
Oh.
This is how it go when them older women get a younger guy, they want to possess them. Them older women with younger guys, they ain't just saying, oh, I'm just.
You know, stealing your future is crazy. That's a wild way to look at it. And you know what? I was thinking about this earlier too. Older men, younger women is a more traditional pairing in the sense that an older man can like have a family with a younger woman, provide for her. He's going to be gone before her, obviously, but men always die before the women for the most part. But that's a more traditional pairing where like something can still be built, something worth building can still be built. Whereas the younger man, older woman pairing, it's not enough fruit on that tree. It just doesn't work out the same way.
You start stalking them. You're going to feel like that young boy owe you something. You're not going to be, don't no young boy who got his life ahead of him. You can't have no baby at 52. What you doing with a young boy? You stealing from his future.
You talking about she's snatching his soul?
She's stealing from his future. What is he doing with her besides smashing? And she's going to be like, no, you're my boyfriend.
No.
We already know.
Oh.
This is how it go when them older women get a younger guy, they want to possess them. Them older women with younger guys, they ain't just saying, oh, I'm just out here getting smashed. That don't sound respectable. She can get it. That's why she taking them pictures like that. She can get it, but look at that picture right there. That's Jaja Binks.
Oh my gosh, it's just too much.
That's Jaja Binks.
That's crazy. The one on the right over here definitely looks kind of Jar Jar-ish. That's wild.
Tell me, she can get it now. Don't think she can't get it.
Corey Holcomb, like, I would still take Jar Jar down. I'm just saying. That's Jar Jar, but I would still take Jar Jar down. I ain't gonna keep you there, but I'll take you down for a little while.
All you older women, Michelle Obama could get it, but I wear rubber with her. Cause I know she sleep with old boy. It's dookie all up in her womb. I guess this is why people be like, man, you crazy, boy, you crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, what can I say? It's her and Michelle Obama talking. You see what I'm saying?
Man.
Michelle Obama womb got Dookie in it. Flat out. It's Dookie in there. We already know. The streets know.
Michelle a badass though.
You know, speaking of women stealing the best years from younger men, there was a song. It is a really old song. They don't really make songs like this anymore. But Rod Stewart had a song about that. Wake Up Maggie, something like that. I don't know if that's the exact title. That's how I remember it though. It was Wake Up Maggie. And the whole song was really about a young man got caught up with an older woman. And like all she really wanted for him to do was lay around and, you know, keep her company and have sex or whatever. But like he's young, he gotta, you know, go out there and make something of himself. And it's like, you know, I can stay. It's basically like being a dope fiend or something. You know, I can stay here and get caught up with you and waste my life away, or I can go do something with myself.
What do you mean, she what?
Badass. Like she still carries herself really well.
Does she? She an old bitch with a young motherfucker outfit.
No,
See,
but
when
she
I do
got
this,
body,
I get
but she
called
got-
out. Right. I'm not knocking her. It's just stop acting like you're about something. Oh, male, the older men are toxic and all. No, the older men who got something ain't finna take lip from you.
That's the basic bottom line, cold hard fact of it all right there. Men on your level don't want to hear your shit. So you got to deal with younger kids, younger men. I mean, kids to you, right? But younger men who are enamored by all the extra things. Because you in and of itself isn't really enough. But a younger guy who hasn't lived all that longer, he's, you know, excited about the whole situation. You got him. A guy on your level, an older guy who's got the kind of money that you have, so you kind of on an equal footing in that sense. He's not going to be enamored in the same way. You know, your cars, your house, all the cool things around your life. None of that means anything to him. But you get you a guy that's like 27. Oh yeah, you can work that out for a little while.
Grandma. Yeah, horror movie eyes. Somebody said that. You can claim all of the young men you want. To have a productive relationship with a man who's on your level is difficult for you, so you go out and you steal the pups from the hood. And it's shameful.
Stealing the pups from the hood is crazy. It's like a Pied Piper. Now, we're not doing the panel tonight. I gotta get out of here. I got somewhere to be soon. But actually, this is a good time to wrap it up because I gotta keep this one tight. Thank y'all for coming through. There's a great place for us to stop. Stealing pups from the hood is nasty. That's incredibly nasty work. Cruella de Vil, stealing pups from the hood. But Corey Holcomb is the only one that actually called it out like that, because either both of them are right, like either Shannon Sharpe and Tracy Ellis Ross are in the right, or they both in the wrong. Because you can't come down hard, oh, why is Shannon out there banging this young girl? Tracy just said flat out, I only date young men. Bam, now what? What you gonna do with it? She only steals pups from the hood. And look, I'm not even really tripping on her the way Corey is, because I understand that's actually a normal part of the human condition. Even in a situation, even if we had a world closer to like the 1940s and 30s where more people got married, you still had older women who, you know, their husbands died or ran off or got divorced or whatever, right? There was less, but you still had that situation. And so, you know, it's a normal thing. I get the situation of it all. It's not supposed to be a thing that you make mainstream. Like, we all can't be doing that type shit. It's supposed to be for the, you know, people on the fringes for whatever reason. But anyway, we're going to wrap this one up. You guys have a great day. Thank you guys for coming through. Shout out to everybody who donates to the show. Hit that like button on your way out the door, and we're going to wrap this one up. You guys have a great day.
Aspiring to be patriarchs like what white men have, that isn't freedom. That isn't going to help anybody. It's certainly not going to help Black people.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.